What's going on, Ohio State fans? This is SG1 Sports, and I wanted to share my 2021 season simulation for Ohio State. We did this over on the main channel, but in this video, I'm going to actually go through and show you the postseason as well. We'll go all the way through the regular season and then show you the postseason as well, see how far Ohio State made it. Keep a couple of things in mind here. First of all, we started these simulations back in May, so the rosters have obviously changed a lot since then, and so some of these games you're going to see some things where maybe some players that aren't on the roster, some depth chart changes, things like that. So keep that in mind, but all the rosters have been updated since then, and if you'd like to get these updated rosters, all you have to do is join our Patreon. $5 a month can get you all of our updates for NCAA football 14, but again, 2021 update. So let's see what happens here with the Buckeyes. Ohio State's going to open up on the road. Could be a tricky game here. On the road on a Thursday night against Minnesota. So a conference game to kick things off. Early on, they get a touchdown run there from C.J. Stroud. They're up 7-0. And there's a big sack from the defense as they are taking control of this game early on. Haskell Garrett getting in there. On 3rd down and 2 now. Ohio State late in the first quarter trying to convert. They added a couple of field goals actually before this, and Chris Olave is going to take it all the way for the touchdown. Some missed tackles there, and Ohio State off to a great start, 20-0. There's Ibrahim for Minnesota running one in as the Gophers trying to get back in it. Still in the second quarter, Ohio State with another touchdown. Julian Fleming makes the catch. They're up 27-7. Now Minnesota trying to answer back. Actually, we're into the third quarter now. And there is a touchdown. So they're hanging around 27-14. 4th down here, you've got to convert. They do not. It's a sack for the Ohio State defense. Minnesota now running out of time. Next drive, they go down and they get the touchdown. And just like that, it's not over. Still some time. 1:40 to play. 3rd down. Ohio State needing a first down to end this game, and they cannot get it. Minnesota's defense with the stop. Now they have a chance to possibly pull off an upset. They would start running out of time, though, and have to settle for a Hail Mary. It's actually caught, but he's tackled just short of the end zone, and Ohio State will survive. They looked really good early, but in the second half, Minnesota made a really good effort to come back in this game, but they come up just short. So the Buckeyes 1-0 here as they beat Minnesota, and then it's a big game coming up next. Oregon, Ohio State, cannot wait for this one. Let's see what happened on our simulation. Early on, Oregon with a great drive to open the game, but it ends with an interception as Ohio State will come up with a big play in the red zone. Then they take it down and they score the touchdown. So they're up 7-0. Oregon here with a touchdown run as we're tied at 7. And it's looking like it's going to be a good game early on. Low-scoring game. We're in the third quarter and still a 7-7 game. But Ohio State getting a big play here, and that is going to be a touchdown as they take a 14-7 lead. Garrett Wilson making his first big play. And now they go to a little screen pass. Master T going to keep it down the right side. That's a touchdown for the Buckeyes as they add to their lead. 21-10 now. Again, it's on the ground. It's Crowley for the touchdown, and Ohio State will open up a pretty big lead. 28-10. Oregon now running out of time. 4th down, trying to convert. Defender gambles and misses, and they almost get this first down. It's a terrible play call there on 4th and long, but they're going to come up short. And Ohio State, they take care of business. 31-10, looking good here early on. You can ignore the rankings. The rankings are not going to change because all of these games were done in exhibition mode. We're not doing this in Dynasty just because we've been updating the rosters as we have gone throughout all of this. So Tulsa is up next. This also could be a tricky game for Ohio State. Tulsa won't be a bad team. Early on, though, Buckeyes get a touchdown to take the lead, 13-3. Tulsa hanging around, but it was turnovers. That was the problem for Tulsa. They fumbled the ball here. Ohio State then goes down. They punch it into the end zone for the touchdown. It makes it 20-10. And there is another touchdown, a strike to Olave, 33-13 as they open this one up. And again, you can watch the full game if you'd like. I think there was like several turnovers there on Tulsa early on in the game that really allowed Ohio State to pull away. So 47-20, they play Akron next. We didn't have the rosters completed, but we're going to assume that Ohio State wins that game. It would be a pretty big surprise if they were to lose to Akron. Next game is against Rutgers. 14-10 Ohio State here with the lead. Well, how about this kick return for a touchdown? Rutgers going to have a lead on Ohio State here in the second quarter, and that is a huge play. 17-14 now. Ohio State trying to get the lead back. C.J. Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown caught. And the Buckeyes up now 24-17. But Rutgers not going away. Look at the speed there. Missed tackle, touchdown. And Rutgers will tie this game up. We're tied at 24. Stroud with it on 2nd and 5. Completes the pass, finds a wide open receiver out there. Rutgers will run it in. And Ohio State back on top. But here comes Rutgers again. Oh boy, they fumble the football. Ohio State's defense making a big play, forcing the turnover. The first turnover of the game. That would lead to a field goal. So Ohio State's up 34-24. Later on, they add another touchdown. And they survive here against Rutgers, but this team gave up they gave them a good run there for a while. It looked like this might be a close game, but Ohio State does take care of business. They pull away in the second half, 51-31 the final score. Next game is against Maryland, 10-7, Ohio State on top. Their defense coming up with a big play there, big sack. As they look to add to the lead, that is going to help out. There's a touchdown. Ohio State up 17-7. 3rd and goal. How about another touchdown? Garrett Wilson this time. 30-7 the score here as we're in the 3rd quarter. Maryland hanging around in this game. 30-15 now after they got a 2-point conversion after the touchdown. Crowley will run it in. And Ohio State trying to just kind of put this game away here in the 4th quarter. There's another impressive run. And the Buckeyes are going to take care of business. 44-21 the final score. Ohio State gets the win, and they are still undefeated, 6-0, getting ready for a tough opponent, Indiana on the road. This is one that I think could be a pretty big challenge for Ohio State in real life. We'll see what happens here on our simulation. Early on, it's Indiana with a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Michael Penix on the ground, 10-10 the score here. 2nd quarter, Buckeyes would take the lead with this touchdown run. Crowley on the option pitch, and the Buckeyes up 17-10. Now Indiana with it. They'll tie the game up. Touchdown there from the USC transfer, Stephen Carr, and we're tied at 17. Going into the second half now, 3rd down and goal for Ohio State. A clutch play there. Olave makes the catch, and the Buckeyes are up by 7. 24-20 after a field goal from Indiana. 4th down and 3. Gutsy play call here. Ohio State going to stick to the ground, but it pays off, and they get a touchdown. And that would be a play really to seal the deal there. 31-20 the final score. Ohio State still unbeaten. They are 7-0. Up next, it is Penn State and what should be a huge matchup. All right, 1st quarter. Early on in the game here, Ohio State's up. Actually, it's 0-0 the score. Ohio State has it in the red zone on 3rd down and goal. That'll be a touchdown as Ohio State's up 7-0. Still in the 1st quarter, this time they go to the ground, and that'll be a touchdown as Ohio State's up 14-0. Penn State looking to answer back here. They go to the ground on 2nd and 2, and look at the power there. Noah Kane will take it in, and Penn State pulls within 7. 14-7 the score. Ohio State trying to get the lead back to 14. Stroud, not sure where to go, cuts it right up the middle. That'll be a touchdown, and Ohio State's up 21-7. Still in the 2nd quarter, Penn State after a long drive, trying to get in the end zone. Clifford doesn't know what to do. I mean, just walk in. There you go, touchdown Penn State, 21-14. Still in the 2nd quarter, Ohio State would answer right back with a touchdown from Master Teague. It is 31-14 at this point after a field goal from the Buckeyes, and they're looking to put this game away. C.J. Stroud into the end zone, and they add to their lead, and that is going to allow them to pull away. 41-14, defense put the clamps on in the second half, and the Buckeyes are 8-0. Next game is against Nebraska. If you've been following the series, you know Nebraska had a really good season. They were a pretty big surprise. Let's see what happens in this one. Here in this one, though, Njigba makes the catch for the touchdown. Ohio State's up 7-3. Nebraska in the black uniforms this time. Adrian Martinez will keep for the touchdown. And it's 10-7 at this point. Nebraska looking to add to that lead. They go to the ground. There's a pitch. There's a touchdown, and Nebraska's up by 10 in this game. looking to pull off a big upset. How about this? Another touchdown. Oliver Martin makes the catch, and Nebraska up pretty big in this game. But we're still early on in the second. We're about halfway through the second quarter, so still plenty of time. Here comes Stroud now, finds a wide open receiver, and that is going to be a touchdown. And Jigba again. So Ohio State back in the game, down only 7 here into the third quarter, but Nebraska just keeps on coming. They get another touchdown. This time on the ground, it's 31-20 at this point, and we're into the fourth quarter. Ohio State is in big danger here. They get a touchdown, though, and they pull within 4. Well, I guess they'll go for 2 here. Yeah, they're going to go for 2. So here we go. This will make it a 3-point game. 5:41 to play. I think I forgot to edit out a little bit there. Anyway, C.J. Stroud with the ball. Rolling to the right. He's going to try to run for it, and he gets it. So Ohio State will pull within 3. 31-28. Trying to get a stop here. Nebraska trying to get another touchdown as they get this first down and more down the sideline around the 20-yard line. Nebraska does get stopped, though, and they have to settle for a field goal. So now Ohio State can take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point. Can they do it? 3:06 to play now. 4th down. Game could be on the line here. Stroud to throw. And it is caught. Yes. Clutch play there. How about another 4th down? Can they do it again? Yes, they can. Master Teague around the right side and down inside the 5-yard line. Ohio State trying to come back in this one on 1st and goal. They go to the ground, and they punch it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They take the lead with the extra point, and it looks like they might just survive this upset. Nebraska, though, they're on the move, and that pass gets them inside the 30. I think we had a face mask in there as well. No, we had clipping on Nebraska, so back it up. It's now 3rd down and 8, and you've got to at least get into field goal range here. Martinez throws on the run, finds an open receiver, and that play is going to set them up. Here we go for the win and the upset. Nebraska upsets Ohio State. This will be a huge, huge upset if it happened in real life. Again, Nebraska had a really good year on our sim season, so we'll see if that plays out in real life or perhaps the game is overrating them. Again, only time will tell. Ohio State going to lose this one 37-35. They fall to 8-1, but still in great shape if they win out. They are in control of their own destiny to win the East since their lost game against a team out of the West. Playing Purdue next. Purdue up 7-0 in this one after that touchdown run. Maybe a bit of a hangover for Ohio State. But they would answer back here with a Master Teague touchdown, tied at 7. Second quarter. Stroud throws it. It's intercepted, and Purdue's defense making a big play. This could be a pick 6. 30-20-10. Yes, touchdown. Purdue. Purdue trying to make it back-to-back upsets. Upset losses for Ohio State. Second quarter now. Buckeyes back on the board here with another touchdown, and we're tied at 14. Later on in the second quarter, Stroud throws deep over the middle, touchdown. And Ohio State's up 21-14. They added a field goal after that, but still Purdue hung around in this game. But you see here, Ohio State's starting to pull away. We're in the fourth quarter. They add another touchdown. How about another touchdown? I realize Jeremy Ruckert is a tight end, not a fullback, but that's just how the game does it. They put the tight ends at the fullback position. But Ohio State will survive here. 45-21. A little bit of a scare, but they take care of business in the second half. Michigan State is up next. This was a really good game, not to ruin it, but you'll see in a second. Michigan State's defense with the interception here as they take a 7-0 lead, and they look to pull off the upset. Late in the first quarter, Ohio State now with it. 2nd down and 1. Stroud to throw. And he finds an open receiver, Garrett Wilson, for the touchdown. We're tied at 7 now. Michigan State adds a field goal about halfway through the second quarter now. Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They're up 14-10. 17-13 now, Ohio State with the lead. And Michigan State will get a touchdown to take the lead, 20-17. Could be an upset brewing here, 23-17 now, fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to play, Ohio State gets the touchdown, and that's going to give them a lead after the extra point. Michigan State now running out of time, 3rd down and 10. They get behind the defense, and they make a huge play. Touchdown, Spartans. Ricky White making that play. And now they'll go for 2 with a chance to take a 7-point lead. And here's another look at it. You see, he just got behind the defense on this one and made a huge play for Michigan State. So now, will they pull off the upset? Or will they go up by 7, I should say? Yes, they go to the ground. And now they just have to keep Ohio State out of the end zone, and they'll win this game. But Ohio State is on the move here inside the 5-yard line. 31 seconds to play. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back, and we go to overtime. Michigan State with it first. Walker into the end zone. They'll get a touchdown. Now, Ohio State, they'll answer back. So first overtime is a touchdown for both teams. We go to overtime number 2. Michigan State holds Ohio State to a field goal, but Michigan State couldn't get in the end zone. It was a field goal for them. So we go to overtime number 3. 2nd down and 5 here. Russo to throw. Touchdown, Spartans. And now they're going to have to go for 2, but they didn't get it. So Ohio State will have a chance here. Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So they will now go for 2 as we're in overtime number 3. And a 2-point conversion here for Ohio State could win the game, or it would win the game. So that all comes down to this. If not, we'll go to overtime number 4. Stroud in the shotgun. And they go right up the middle. Touchdown, Master T. Ohio State's going to win it in triple overtime. They survive almost another upset. But they found a way to get it done there. And they'll be 10-1 now before playing Michigan in the final game of the regular season. 3-0 Wolverines on top in the second quarter. Ohio State's offense struggling early, but they don't struggle on this play. They get a big one, and that's going to be a touchdown. Chris Olave. So 7-3 is the score. 3rd down and 4 here. Stroud throws, and that's going to be another touchdown. Looks like the exact same play. Garrett Wilson this time. So Ohio State's up 14-3. Michigan now with it, trying to make this a game. McNamara to throw down the right side. He finds an open receiver, and Michigan will pull within 4. Ronnie Bell on the catch. About halfway through the second quarter, Ohio State now about another touchdown. It's Sam Hart this time. And the Buckeyes are up 11. 2nd and 4 here. Stroud. Again, a strike for the touchdown, and Ohio State starting to pull away in this one. It's 31-10. Another touchdown might just do it, and Stroud going to deliver on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State. They're going to once again beat Michigan. Final score 51-17. After an 11-1 season, Ohio State will play Nebraska in the Big Ten Championship. A rematch from the upset earlier in the year. I realize that would be a huge shock if Nebraska were to upset Ohio State, but that's how it played out. And we move on here to the conference championship game where Nebraska is on top, 12-10. Adrian Martinez fumbles the football, and Ohio State going to get a big turnover here. They were able to hold Nebraska to some field goals, which helped out. They would get held to a field goal here, though, but it would give them the lead. And 13-12 is your score at halftime. Third quarter now. Ohio State with the touchdown as they will add to their lead, 20-12. But Nebraska comes right back. Martinez, touchdown run, and Nebraska will now go for 2 to try to tie this one up, and they would. Martinez on the ground. 20-all. After a stop, Nebraska gets it back, and how about this? They get the lead back, now 27-20. Fourth quarter, Ohio State, Henderson in to the end zone, and we are tied at 27. Nebraska football, 3rd and 11. It's a sack. Martinez taken down, and Ohio State will get the ball here. Under 2 minutes to play. 3rd down and 5. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun. Looking to throw. And he finds a receiver inside the 25-yard line, puts him into field goal range. They do get stopped here, but they will take the lead with under a minute to play. 30-27 is the score. Nebraska with it. 3rd down and long. That is complete inside the 40. Now on 3rd down and 14. They need to get a little closer. Instead, it's a sack. The Ohio State defense gets a sack. It comes down to 4th down. They have to get rid of it quickly, and that'll do it. Ohio State will avenge their loss. They'll beat Nebraska 30-27. The final score in this one, as Ohio State beats Nebraska. They win the Big Ten championship. They finish with just 1 loss. And where does that put them? Where do they wind up in the playoff? Well, they wind up as the 4 seed, where they will face Alabama. Alabama there at number 1. Let's get right to it. First quarter, tied at 3, Ohio State ball. Stroud to throw. Throws an interception. Bama's defense with a big play. He is going to take it all the way back. Yes, touchdown Alabama. Crimson Tide with a 10-3 lead. Big turnover there. All right, first play of the second quarter now. Stroud on the run inside the 40, the 30, and slides down around the 25-yard line. And that'll be a touchdown as Ohio State will tie the game up. We're tied at 10 here, still in the second quarter. Alabama stopped on 3rd down. They go field goal, and the Tide will take a 13-10 lead. Under a minute to play in the first half. Ohio State with a touchdown. It's Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Buckeyes will take the lead, 17-13. Now Bama on 3rd and goal. Pass is complete short of the end zone, and they will now have to kick a field goal as Ohio State holds on to a 1-point lead into the 4th quarter now. 3rd down and goal. Buckeyes going to be stopped right on the goal line. They decide to kick a field goal here. They'll go up by 4. I might have gone for that. They go field goal. Going conservative. Now Alabama with it. Bryce Young fumbles the football. Ohio State will recover, and the Buckeyes get a huge turnover. It turns into a field goal, but still a 1-score game, 23-16. Alabama on 4th down and 6. Young hands it off, and they decide to go the draw play on 4th down. NCAA has been doing that a lot lately. I don't know why. But now Ohio State, they have a chance to run the clock out. They do not. They come up inches short, and they decide to punt it away. So Alabama with just a few seconds to play on 3rd down and 10. Pass is complete. Out near midfield, they're going to have one shot at the end zone. Young to throw. Loads up. Takes a shot. End zone. It is tipped in the air and incomplete. Almost caught off the deflection, but no. Incomplete. Ohio State will survive. Ohio State will advance to the national championship game as the Buckeyes win it 23-16. Ohio State going to meet Oklahoma in the national championship. The Sooners getting there after a win over Clemson. So it's 7-0 here. Now 7-7. Back and forth we go. Great game. So in the first quarter, 3rd down and 4. Ohio State, a little screen pass. That'll be a touchdown. Henderson in, and it's 14-7 Buckeyes. Looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. Go to the ground. It's Master T, and Ohio State's up 21-7. 4th down and 1 here for Oklahoma. They decide to go for it. They get stuffed. And so now Oklahoma, on their next drive, would get the touchdown. So they get stopped on 4th down, but they get it back, and they pull within 7. Here on 4th and 1, they complete that pass, and they're going to kick a field goal right before halftime. 21-17 to score as we go to the second half now. 21-17, Ohio State with it, and somehow breaks a tackle. Garrett Wilson stays on his feet, and he's going to turn a short pass into a big gain. In fact, it's going to be a touchdown. Huge play here as the momentum will stick with Ohio State. 3rd down and goal now for Oklahoma. Rattler to throw. He is going to be sacked, and Ohio State's defense with a big stop, holding them to a field goal, and we have an 8-point game with about 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Now Ohio State with it. Stroud rolling. He is going to be sacked. 2nd down and 18 now. Looking to throw again. Steps up. And it's intercepted. Oklahoma's defense with a big play, and that'll kind of give them some momentum. Spencer Rattler to the end zone. Touchdown. Oklahoma, they're going to go for 2 to try to tie this one up. And they will get it. So we're tied at 28. Now late in the third quarter, Buckeyes first and goal. Stroud going to run with it, and he will get in. Touchdown, Ohio State. 35-28. Fourth quarter now. Second down. It's a big play on the ground. In fact, it's going to be no, he's going to be stopped. Oh, down at the 1. Wow, what an effort. But they do quickly turn that into a touchdown. Eric Gray will score it, and we're tied at 35. Now Ohio State on third down. They get stopped, and Oklahoma will get the ball back with a chance to possibly take the lead. Rattler to throw. Complete inside the 40-yard line. Second down at 14 now. He tries to run with it. Instead, he's going to be taken down. And Ohio State's defense with a stop. And they're kind of right there on the edge of field goal range. They get a little closer. They won't get the first down, but it will set them up for this field goal attempt, which is good. And with 2 minutes to play, Oklahoma takes the lead. Fourth down for Ohio State. Swings it out. Looks like he's got some running room, but look at the close from the Oklahoma defense. They make the tackle. They make the stop. And now they will pick up a first down on the ground. That first down allows them to run the clock out, and it'll be Oklahoma winning the national championship. Ohio State coming up just short in this one. 38-35 the final score. Still a great year. They won the Big Ten championship. They beat Alabama in the college football playoff, but they ultimately come up just short of winning a national championship here, as that's going to go to Oklahoma.